Bonjour.
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 Bonjour Kareem. Bonjour Rita.
Bonjour.
Merci d'être là aujourd'hui.
Merci à vous pour avoir nous ici.
Alors, Kareem, do you want to begin?
100%. My name is Kareem Qandeel. I'm a 20-year-old creative and student at a university and whatnot, and I participated in a certain program called the Arrowsmith Program.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could you explain us your difficulties when you were a child?
Yes, 100%. As a child, I struggled significantly with my ADHD. In some sense, it was a big blessing because I could accumulate lots of information, and as tests when I was young indicated, I had a very high IQ. But I could not meet the expectations that the school expected me to meet, specifically when it came to math and science, but even when it came to some more organizational things, staying organized, coming on time to certain things, I couldn't focus on that 100%.
Thank you. And what difficulties for you?
For us as a family, to have Kareem so frustrated, not being able to cope with the school program was causing disruption and conflicts. So it was significantly problematic.
Okay. And how to cope?
How to cope? 100% for me, what became the reality is when I got taken out of school in the 2nd or 3rd grade, I would have been maybe around 10 years old, and I did around 4 years of homeschooling. What helped me cope was 100% writing. I had a passion instilled in me for writing by a tutor, by a teacher who was a great writer, and I was really lucky to have that. And I loved accumulating information. For me, I loved digesting documentaries. I like to understand the world. I love to communicate with people, to get to know people's stories. I was very curious, and I think that was my greatest way of coping. And I honestly suffered from the lack of stimulation that I wasn't getting from school because I couldn't meet people. I didn't get that much interaction. But the biggest coping thing for me was art, was creativity, and media, entertainment. Yeah.
Thank you. And what have you discovered to help Kareem?
To help Kareem, I was looking into everything until one day I read Barbara Arrowsmith Young's book, and I learned about neuroplasticity, the capacity to change brain. So with that, I thought I found a solution, and I took him then to Toronto to have an assessment. That was the change of our life.
And how many times do you stay in Arrowsmith Program?
I stayed for 2 years in the Arrowsmith Program in total at the school in Toronto. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean in Vancouver actually.
And now, what about your scholarity?
Yeah, the biggest difference is I was able to actually receive the International Baccalaureate diploma, which is really coveted. It's one of the most difficult systems that one can engage with in high school. It's very comprehensive. And I was able to get through science and math, which is something I would never thought I would do, and a lot of other rigid expectations that they had. I still struggled a bit, of course, but I was able to get through it, and that was really historical for me. I didn't really ever think I'd pass high school. I always saw academia as kind of an enemy, but then I started to see the potential in it, I started to become a lot more interested in even things that I wasn't passionate with initially, like math, like science, and I engaged my teachers, and I was a lot more curious.
And what about your hobbies?
My hobbies, 100% writing and making music, and I was actually the project manager for a organization that raises money for kids in Bosnia and Herzegovina for 3 years. I managed their events in Geneva at the Four Seasons, big coveted hotel. I brought musical events in. I also had my poetry displayed at an art gallery. I've written for international publications before, and now I'm on my creative road. So 100% things have gone really positively for me.
Thank you. Thank you merci pour votre témoignage au cours de notre semaine des différences. Et ce qui était important, c'est de dire, faire de nos différences une force. Est-ce que ce programme a développé des compétences que vous n'auriez peut-être pas développées?
Ouais, 100%, ce programme m'a aidé beaucoup. Parce que sans le programme, je ne pouvais pas être à l'école. Je ne pouvais pas, I would not be able to thrive the way I did today, 100%. Because even though I still had those inherent abilities for the writing, for the creativity, for communicating with people, it would have been so difficult to get through school and to be able to move on to the next steps of my life if it weren't for the program, to be honest.
Merci beaucoup, Kareem et Rita.
Merci beaucoup.